Will there be an election? It's about to get crazy out here. First and foremost, as always, before I begin this exhortation, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to the true, holy, and powerful names of the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, the Most High powers of Israel, whom this world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. Real names in the Paleo-Hebrew are the Lashawan Quadash, the Holy Tongue, is Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bacha HaKodash. All right, Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who this world ignorantly calls God, which God is just a title. Real name Yahweh, meaning He is or He is to be. Bahashem is in the name of Yahweh Shai, whom this world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Real name Yahweh Shai, meaning He is salvation. All right, unto the nation of Israel, beginning first and foremost with the elect. Lord willing, we be of that number. Bahashem Racha Quadash is in the Holy Spirit, which is the driving force behind this ministry that compels us to do this work. All right. These are the true, holy, and powerful names that we are to call upon in these last days and times to receive salvation and to be protected. All right. Like the scriptures say, there have been no other name given among men by which we must be saved. All right. And that's through Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai's name literally means He is salvation. All right. So, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well with the correct doctrines and exhortations of the heavenly scriptures. Peace and salutations to your hopeful elect, Akim, brothers that's out there doing His work in all truth, faith, and sincerity, and fear of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And as well, you few sincere Akwaf or sisters that come across this video. Shalom. All right, so I just want to do a quick exhortation. Lord, want to edify you, hopefully, elect Akim Akwaf out there, surrounding the topic of what's going on down at the U.S. border, all right, in Texas, as it pertains to the migrant issue that has been going on for the last couple months to a year, all right, probably even longer, in which you've had illegal immigrants just coming in freely into the country, man. You know, not checked, not going through no sort of screening, all right. And as of recently, you know, there has been terrorists coming through, man, or what they claim to be. You know, if the facts are true, you know, as it pertains to the information that they got on this guy. I forget exactly where he's from, but well, they're gonna say it in this video clip that I got right here. But you know, talking about the guy talking about you gonna know who he is in due time. Come to find out, he was locked up for terrorism charges and whatnot. And who's to say how many other, you know, sleeper cell terrorist agents that they, you know, that migrated over here, you know. And it's all an agenda, okay? It's all an agenda. And that's why I said what I said at the beginning of this lesson, man. Will there be an election? All right. And I don't know if I'm gonna title it that or nothing like, you know, what I said, but hey, they may just, you know, cancel the whole thing. You know, if you know, because the country is already divided. All right. The scriptures speak about division. Okay, you got a lot of people divided on this issue. You know, just the country in general. People, patriots that want to make America great again, and they all for Trump. You know, border protection, like how Trump was trying to put up that wall. You know, if he don't get in office or something happen to where the elections don't go through, man, it's gonna cause chaos, man. Okay, because he's their last great hope for anything good happening for this place, man. Which is only downhill from here, man. All right, country is divided, and hey, and the scriptures speak about that. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and 26. It's lucky, I don't know if my says, and if Satan's kingdom and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then shall his kingdom stand? You know, and that's you know, this is Satan's kingdom right now. All right, ruled by the wicked elite. starting with the the elite banking families on down, like scripture say, the earth have been given into the hand of the wicked, Job 9:24. Okay, and they operate through the spirit and power of Satan via the left hand side of the Heavenly Father. Okay, because ultimately, they're just the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan to do the bidding of the left hand side of Yahweh on the planet Earth, man. All right, as he is that, he's the great architect, the great, director of this movie that we're living out in this earth, and he got the wicked in position, all right, for a particular purpose, man. Ultimately, to show his power in destroying what he allowed this devil to set up via his left hand side through Satan. All right, so and division is a key ingredient to the demise of a civilization, all right, or of a country, of a kingdom. Well, yeah, it says, how then shall his kingdom stand? Division is what ruins kingdoms, man. Okay, and America is divided on so many issues, man. All right, the whole conflict with the Palestinians and the Israelites, and the thing that's going on over there. We got this border wall issue. People divided on all fronts, man. Divided on race, divided on sex, divided on LGBTQ, and truthers and those that want to remain in the dark. This whole place is just divided, man, on all fronts. Okay, so how then can his kingdom stand, man? All right, and it's a question mark, but the answer to that question is it can't and it won't. All right, because now is the time for this place to see his downfall. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna let some of this video play out. It's from Valuetainment. Militarizing Texas border. Texas Governor Greg Abbott fights Biden administration on the border. Okay, because the Biden administration, is just pretty much catering to people being able to come to the country. And once again, it's for a particular reason, to cause chaos, right? To exploit that division to the utmost in a form of just outright chaos. And that's the reason why they got this movie coming out called Civil War, man. Okay, a war against the people, against the establishment. And we already see that playing out with this whole border issue, because they like, man, look, if y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it, if this administration, this government ain't seeking to try to, keep these migrants from coming out, which they are already a little late. They, there's plenty of people that already got in, plenty of sleeper cells, and who knows what then already got in. Okay, so, but point being is that now they're trying to fight back, and them Texans, man, they gun ho. All right, they ready to die for what they believe in, man. All right, for their country. All right, which is ultimately this country is doomed, pursuing the Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to them that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. And that's how America was brought into existence. So, and woe meaning destruction. So this place is already doomed for failure. So no matter what these, the Texans or other, because you got other states around the country that's joining in, all right, to help fortify what's going on, to sort of be a greater force down there. All right, but ultimately it's gonna be to no avail, man. But anyway, so let me play some of this clip, and we'll come back with some precepts. Let me see where I want to start at.
Wasting taxpayer dollars to tear open Texas border security infrastructure. President Biden has enticed illegal immigrants away from the 28 legal entry points along the state's southern border bridges where nobody drowns. And by the way, if you watch this video, and before we play this video, Vinny, can you give us a little bit of context on who this person is in the video that's crossing a border?
Okay, and Pat, can I just really fast?
Of course, yeah.
Shout out to the governor of Texas finally stepping.
It's about time.
It is
it's about time.
A little bit too late, but yo, if you got a problem about that, yo, you're the problem. Okay, because think about it. Texas is damned if it does and damned if it doesn't. All right, first of all, they've been wanting to open border for this past 4 years, right? Then the governor's like, you know what? We have too much of an influx. I'm going to start shipping these people to the sanctuary cities, to Martha's Vineyard, to New York, all these places. And what the people now, we're looking at what's happening. Now, when he's trying to put up a barbed wire, think about this. The president's administration, the government is saying, how dare you try to protect yourself? We want this influx of people to keep coming in, all right? And Pat, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you know, they wanted to be the case. You know, that's why they're coming against those Texans that's setting up barbed wire and, you know, trying to keep migrants out, you know, and checking people. Because it goes against the agenda of the elites, man. This man, this finna get crazy, man. This is it. This is really it, man. All right, it's a time to gird up in the spirit, you know, and you know, do what we got to do, man, to be in the spirit as much as possible, because we're gonna need the Lord in these times, man, more so than ever. All right, but
Can I just say that the study, the Yale University released a study by 3 researchers saying that the number of illegals isn't 10, it ain't 12, it's 22 million illegals are here, okay? And now the Democrats.
22 million illegal immigrants that got up in here, man, since the Biden administration. That's a lot of people, okay? And that's like irreversible damage, man, because ain't no way they're gonna go around and just gathering up all those people and getting them out of the country, deportation, you know. Nah, that's you know, and then they giving them, you know, private citizenship, and, you know, a lot of these migrants being protected because, you know, they here for their agenda, you know. They probably gonna get weaponized and all of that, militarized, sent out on different missions, you know, to do acts of terrorism. Who knows, man? But hey, it's gonna ramp up.
Democrats are pushing for them to become citizens to vote. Remember last week with AOC, she said, why don't we just, you know how you solve it? Just give them all citizenship. Give them a path to citizenship.
Yeah, that was on the Daily Show, I believe.
All right, that would add to our voter roll 22 million permanent electoral majority voters. Okay, that's what this entire thing is about. I want everybody to know this. It's not about humanitarianism. It's not about AOC next to the fence and bullshitting you, trying to lie like they care about these people. It's votes. That's all it is, okay? And now, just to give you guys a heads up, remember I said this, that all these terrorists that we caught, 165? Here's a video that Rob's gonna play of a Middle Eastern guy. And I could tell he's Middle Eastern because I'm Middle Eastern. I could tell from the accent. Look what he's saying. His name is Mavzam, this is what they're saying. Mavzam Samadov. He's the leader of the Islamic terrorist group from Azerbaijan Islamic Party. He's a convicted terrorist and arms dealer. People are saying this is him. They put a picture next to him. It looks exactly like him. And look at what he says coming into our border in Texas about what he's going to do to America. Go ahead, Rob.
From? Are you going to take where I'm from by force?
No.
So I will not tell you where I'm from.
So these are the people that
Question?
these are the people that are breaking into your country, folks.
You ask me, I answered you.
Ready for his attitude?
What he says.
Ready for this?
That's amazing. These are the people right here. That kind of attitude.
Let me educate
Use it as a
you.
weapon. I'm not
It's
afraid. I'm so
a
afraid.
tripod to hold
I
the
need to protect
camera.
my family.
So you see, there you go.
Watch.
Violence. So there you go.
These are the people that are
Now
coming
watch.
in.
We're the ones laughing. You didn't say no
It's very
violence.
easy to find my face, by the way. If you are smart enough, you will know who I am.
Look.
But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am.
What?
Very easy.
Wow.
Vinny, who is this guy?
Hold on.
Okay.
So,
Google his name and put it right next to the video.
okay.
And can we see his face? Yeah.
Mavzam Samadov. And here's the thing, guys. Regardless,
Go to images.
that's the guy. That's him. Now let me say something to everybody up there.
Yeah.
When somebody is saying to you, I got goosebumps. Soon you will know who I am and who the hell my name is. Is the FBI? Do you think the FBI is looking for this guy? Absolutely not. That's another layer on top of this. They want all these votes and they let these people in. God knows, because they know. They give them cell phones. They give them money. What if, God forbid, this is all a plan where they go, okay, we want you to do this.
Vinny, let me ask you a couple questions.
Yeah. And that's what I said in my last lesson, man. It's all a plan. It's all been planned out. This is systematic destruction, man. Controlled demolition of the Western world we know as America, man. All right, this is the beginning of the end as we know it. Okay, and as we go into the spring, the summer, the fall, all right, it's only going to intensify, man. I believe, shit, I want to say mid-spring, summertime. You know, it might be all out chaos going on, man. You know, especially at the border and you know, just all around America, man. All right, you got that movie Civil War coming out in April. Okay, and I think shortly after that, that's when shit gonna start popping off. They may even throw a blackout scenario in there. Hey, man, it's just it's just finna get to cracking. And then, cause you know the election is supposed to be in November, where they pick the next president. You know, and who's to say it even gets that far, man? You all right? Because they don't want Trump getting back in there. They don't want like any opposing. But even if he do get back in there, man, like he tried to say he wasn't gonna do nothing concerning the CV-19 and getting people juiced up. All right, but then he ended up doing all of that, you know. So you know, it don't matter who's in office, man. But yeah, so but let me get this real quick. This article I got on the topic. All right, from Cato. Let me pause it. All right, so before I go into an article, I just want to get this right here because I done brought it up a few times concerning this movie that's coming out called Civil War. All right, and I ain't gonna play the trailer for you know, copyright purposes, but let me see. Or I might. But anyway, this is set to release on April 12th, 2024. As you see down here, and let's see the plot. Let's look at the plot of the movie. It says the premise of the movie: in the near future, a team of journalists traveled across the United States during a rapidly escalating civil war that has engulfed the entire nation. See, and that's what it's gonna be, man. This is going to engulf the entire nation, man. All right, it's gonna be everywhere. And they're gonna just be at the southern border with the migrant issue, because the migrants they already here. He just said to the tune of 20 million. All right, so they scattered all throughout America. All right, and then you got, you know, different sleeper cells that's gonna be you know, activated. You know, a lot of them that came over, they being educated right now on certain things, briefed on what they need to do. You know, given phones and food and housing and shelter. You know, just to be released at a certain time. It says, struggling to survive during a time when the government has become a dystopian dictatorship and partisan extremist militias regularly commit political violence. You see? So it's talking about the government has become a dystopian dictatorship. Let's look at this word, dictatorship, real quick. It says a form of government in which one person or small group possesses absolute power without effective constitutional limitations. You know, and that's already the case, man. All right, it's already the case. You got a lot of, you know, politicians really behind the scenes, man. They all puppets, you know, and they don't really have limitations as far as well, the unelected officials behind them that's funding them, you know, in their different political ventures, they have complete immunity. You don't even hear about those guys, all right? The ones they sit in the forefront that we see on TV, those are the puppets, okay? And people gonna be looking to get their hands on them, you know? But it says, you know, in a sedition, that, you know, that's what they're gonna be looking to get their hands on them in sedition, which that goes into an uprising against an established authority. Let me Google this word, dystopian. It says relating to or denoting a image, state, or society where there is great suffering or injustice. You see? And that's what's gonna be the case, man. It says nightmarish, terrifying, gloomy, hellish, tyrannical, excessive power in cruel or arbitrary way. You see? And hey, the scriptures speak about how they're gonna be as madmen sparing none. I believe that's Sirach, what is it? The 16th chapter? Let me just see real quick. Or it might, no, it's second Ezra's. Alright. Ezra 16 and I don't know, somewhere in alright. Let me right to the point. Second Ezra 16 and 70. There shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon them that fear the Lord. Okay. And not only them that fear the Lord, but just the world in general. All right. That great insurrection going into martial law. All right. Troops being on the ground. See, a lot of these migrants that's coming in, they are here to, prop up the military. All right. They need more bodies to fight in this World War III. All right. That they got brewing up. And in addition to that, it's accomplishing multiple things for them. They got sleeper cells they need to activate, certain random acts of violence, agent provocateurs, provoking the people, riling up the people to incite violence, and after that, they're going to come in with the martial law troops as a solution to quell the violence, in addition with that MOTB of the beast, as they're going to present that as a means of, life going back to normal. You see? Because it's going to be so chaotic. People going to be looking for a sense of normalcy. They ain't going to want to die. All right? So they're going to take that charagma. That charagma, the mark of the BEAST, spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter, in which you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have it digitally or surgically inserted within your right hand or forehead. Okay, they're going to present that as the salvation. And a lot of people is going to go for that because they don't have their hopes, and faith placed in Yahweh Bashmi Shai, which is the ultimate salvation, the true salvation. Okay? So in every city, man, there's going to be a great insurrection, man. All right, insurrection, real quick. Let's get this word. How do you spell it? I know I didn't spell it right. It's saying it's inspection.
Insurrection.
It says a violent uprising against an authority or government. And same as sedition. All right? Same as the word sedition, man. So it says rebellion, revolts, uprising, revolution, sedition, see? Civil disobedience, civil war. Okay? A refusal to comply with certain laws or to pay taxes and fines as a peaceable form of political protest. It ain't gonna be peaceful though. So yeah, that's that. All right, Shalakia. So yeah, man, this movie, they're not putting these movies out for no reason. This is predictive programming. All right, they gotta tell you what they're gonna do before they do it. All right, so they in some way will be justified and won't receive the penalties for their actions, is what they believe. But that ain't the case. It's like a left-handed prophecy on their behalf. Trying to mimic what the Lord does in terms of sending His prophets out to prophesy the downfall of a kingdom. Prophesy meaning to say before. But anyway, so it was another thing that I seen though that was talking about. I think they actually mentioned something about the border in this movie. But anyway, hold on. All right, but back here though, it says struggling to survive during a time when the government has become dystopian dictatorship and a partisan extremist militias regularly commit political violence. And you gotta go into these words because they try to, you might just read it and not know. But a partisan, you look at this second one, it says a member of an armed group formed to fight secretly against an occupied force, in particular one operating a enemy-occupied Yugoslavia, Italy, and parts of Eastern Europe in the World War II. Okay, so yeah, man. Just like it was in World War II, there's gonna be different stuff like that going on now, man. It says similar words as guerrilla, a member of a small independent group taking part of irregular fighting, typically against larger regular forces. Okay, and that's what you got a lot of these people coming into the country to do. All right, being positioned and set up to do these things, man. It says freedom fighter. They're gonna be posing as freedom fighters, and they want the civilians to get rowdy, to get riled up, all right, because they're gonna bring in greater forces to quell the violence. They already got that ready too. They already got the FEMA camps. They already got the coffins ready. We've been bringing that out over the years, man. The different stuff that they got. They've been trafficking military equipment all throughout the country, and just sitting it there, man, for a time. All right, but we coming into a time where all these things is going to be up and operational, man. Put to use. Guillotines for those that refuse the MARK, the beast. All these things, man. Says irregular terrorists. You see, and the guy that came in and said, "You gonna know who he is." He is a convicted terrorist, man. That they say. It says a person who uses unlawful violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in pursuit of political aims. Yeah, so yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of civilian attacks. All right, you're gonna have 9/11 type attacks happening randomly across the country. So yeah, man. It says malicious, partisan, extremist, malicious. A militia is a military force that is raised from the civil population to supplement the regular army in emergency. All right. So yeah, man, you get the point. You get the point. It all implies chaos and violence, man. And this is the movie that's coming up. But let me get a precept. All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and 21. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, no pun intended, It says, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, America, be thrown down. Okay? It'll be thrown down by those nukes. It says, and shall not be found no more at all. All right? And because this place was brought up in a violent way, man. Okay? They always try to talk about the good white man and, how they came over here on a pilgrimage and seeking. No, man, the reality is, man, this place is raised up off of rape, rob, murder, sorcery, lies, deceit. All these Edomites you see nowadays that's prosperous, they all profiting off the backs of slave labor, So you read what you sow. And this whole chapter in Revelation, the 18th chapter, is dedicated to the destruction of Babylon, man. Right? Because it says her sins have reached unto heaven. Matter of fact, let me see. That's where we at with it, man. This is the breaking point, man. This is the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. And spiritually speaking, man. In the eyes of the Lord is fed up. It says Revelation 18 and 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. And that's talking about in the before the last plague of the nuclear destruction come upon this place, the elect is going to be beamed up. All right, that's that strange salvation spoken of in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. All right, So, and it's different from the Micah 2 and 10, where it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest, because it is polluted, shall destroy you with a sword of destruction." Roughly paraphrasing. That's talking about coming out of this place, spiritually speaking, mentally, detaching from the ways of this society. Because like the scriptures say, if hand be joined in hand, though hand be joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So you don't, you'll receive like judgment if you're partaking or, mentally consumed inside the society, or entangled, should I say. So it says, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins," of her many great sins, man. It says, "And you receive not of her plagues," all right? Because this judgment ain't really meant for us as Israelites, okay? But if you join hand in hand with this place, all right, and you're not trying to come out the ways of the society, then it will be a judgment, So that's why we, the hopeful elect, man, we move with fear to escape what's coming, man, Lord willing. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities." And right now, man, hey, she been on trial, all right? Been on trial through the prophets, bringing out all the dirt on this devil, all right? We like spiritual attorneys, bringing out all the charges, okay? And soon, the Lord is finna bring down the judgment, okay? It's gonna be many plagues, man, just like in the ancient Egypt. You had the 10 plagues, but this time, man, it's gonna be worse, man, because it's gonna, pale in comparison to what happened back then. Because ancient Egypt still is here. This modern Egypt ain't gonna be here, man. And going into the kingdom. It says, "Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works." So if this place is gonna get a double portion according to her works, damn. But it's called balance. All right. The Lord is not a false balance, man. It says, "In a cup which she have filled unto her double." All right. So, and I can keep going on and on in this chapter, man. But that's pretty much the point. And before the ultimate destruction is gonna be civil war amongst other things. There was something else I was thinking to oh yeah. Let's see. Got this little clip right here that I want to play. This from the U.S. Immigration News. And you see the title, "It Begins. Take Our Border Back. 700,000 trucks will take part in border convoy on Texas border." All right. It says a border convoy. Just, got to look up these words. Convoy. Convoy says a group of ships or vehicles traveling together, typically accompanied by armed troops, warships, or other vehicles for protection. You see? So they coming down to the border armed to the teeth, man. And them Texans, man, hey, they ain't playing it, man. They fed up. All right. They finna, they coming locked and loaded, man, ready for war. All right. It says a group of fleet excavate. You see, company, you get it. Second definition saying the same thing. So yeah. Now let's just play a little bit of this video.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott refusing to give up control of the Texas border to federal officials, saying the state will not give federal agents full access to Shelby Park today. That ignores a deadline set by the Biden administration, which is today. Instead, Abbott is installing more razor wire following a Supreme Court order allowing federal agents to start removing it. Texas now receiving support from 25 Republican governors, all backing Governor Abbott's border actions, blaming the Biden administration for the crisis. Former President Trump wants to take it one step further. He's now encouraging these states to deploy their National Guard troops to Texas to prevent illegal crossings. Trump's vowing that if he becomes president again, he's going to work with Abbott to seal the border, writing, quote, Biden says let in those should not get comfortable because they will be going home. I want to bring in Texas Congressman Lieutenant Colonel Keith Self. Congressman, good morning. Governor Kristi Noem already saying, yes, I would send National Guard troops. Is that something that you think that Texas is open to? And is that a move that needs to be made now?
Well, that will be up to Governor Abbott. But I think the border has now reached the boiling point that you now see governors getting involved. We have a trucker convoy coming down to the border. The American people are going to have to get involved. I'm delighted to see 25 governors support Governor Abbott. And I think we're going to have to be aware that the president can federalize the National Guard, but it would be much harder if 25 governors sent their National Guard troops to the border to support Texas.
Karine Jean-Pierre has been asked about this, and of course she's defending her boss, President Biden, but her response is always interesting. It still seems to be a gaslighting type of response from her. The border is secure. We're working on the border. Secretary Mayorkas, we're very aware of the issues down there, but their goal is to process migrants, not to stop the flow of migrants across the border.
Cheryl, I was on the border just 3 weeks ago, and that's exactly what the Border Patrol is doing. They have 72 hours to process the illegal immigrants, turn them over to ICE or a nonprofit to move them into the interior of the United States. They are not there to stop the invasion. And that's perfectly clear to anyone that's been on the border, anyone that sees the videos. At one point during the tsunami of probably a month ago, there were no Border Patrol agents actually in the field. They were all in the office processing paperwork during that tsunami.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, man. So they know what they're doing, man. They bringing these people in, all right, because we already said it, all right. They need more troops for the army, and they need people for the chaos, all right. And Texans are standing up, along with 25 other states that's joining in, to stop, to pretty much put a blood clot, all right, at the border, man, to stop the flow of migrants coming in, man, all right. But it's already too late, man. It's already too late. This place finna be destroyed, man, all right, destroyed. It's already finished, man. Right, we coming down to the wire. We got to prepare spiritually for what's coming. Us that are hopeful to elect, us that's in this ministry and this truth. All right, to have this knowledge. All right, hey man, what more can I say? All right, that's pretty much the point of this lesson. I'm thinking of another precept. 1 second. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it up there. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to you. Hopefully like I can walk out there. It's about to go down. So until next time I say shalom.